Yo, let's go, let's go. How you doing this evening? My name is Don Hall, Worldwide Boxing Views. Uh, Hit the button, like, subscribe, comment, and this is today's commentary. We got Errol Spence on his comeback loss against Terrence Crawford, taking on Sebastian Fundora. You know, um, I watched a couple of Fondora's fights, and you know, you know, you know, he's no joke. He's no laughing matter to the 154 division. So if any of all people, why run up on um, a gentle giant like Fondora? You know, you know. I know the Terrence Crawford and Spence fight didn't. It didn't accumulate, like it didn't transpire like you wanted to. But I would have took on a lesser opponent. I would have took on Brian Mendoza. I think he had a credible name because he just knocked out Sebastian on Fundora. So you know, to the boxing world, keep in mind Sebastian Fundora is no laughing matter to the 54 division or the 60 division. We haven't even seen him at 60 division. We talking about a 6'5" gentle, gentle, left-handed. I'm not sure if he's left-handed or right-handed, but he's a man. Man, he's no laughing matter joke to the division. I've seen some of his work. I saw him fight Lubin, and Lubin was a head wrecker, a head cracker. He was going through a winning spree. Um, Outside of his loss to one of the Charlo brothers, um, he was a wrecking ball. But back to Pandora and back to Aerosmith. Man, listen, I really like Aaron Spence. You know what I'm saying? I like his whole demeanor. You know what I'm saying? You don't show no weakness on the outside, but you stand for what's right. And he could have easily been a great spokesman for the boxing division. But that's my own personal preference. But if he can pull this fight off against Fundora, man, 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 big props out to him. But this is this is you go on a shark infested water fighting this guy right here. 6'5". He got leverage, two left handers fighting two left handers, and back again. Uh, Left handers don't like fighting each other. So big shouts out to Aerosmith for stepping up and coming after those belts. You know, it wouldn't be only right. So this is the type of fight and the showmanship that the world wants to see. But for on matters of himself and having so much, going in his life, wrecking the Lambo, coming off this hellacious loss, I think he should, reconsider and, pick, work his way back up. You know, Come on, keep in mind that he ran through the 147 division, fighter for fighter, fighter for fighter. He did all the heavy lifting at 147 to take on Terrence Crawford, who only beat one opponent and won one belt, and in his second fight unified the division. But not only the unified division at one division, he came in unified the division at two divisions. So I would actually be, this is chess, not checkers. A lot of people compare boxing to chess and checkers, but the moves you make will will be the moves that that highlight your career. So big shouts out to ERROL SPENCE again for taking on um, this gentle giant. He towers over his opponents at 6'5". And the truth about, if he didn't see that left hand coming from Terrence Crawford, Lord, Lord have mercy, he's not going to see the left hander coming down the pipe from Fundora. You know, two left-handers do not like fighting left-handers, and there's a such thing as being blind eye to the left-hand punch. I got a few years of boxing experience myself. You know what I'm saying? I had a good track run. One of the biggest fighters that I would spar with was Paul the Punisher Williams, right from Aiken, South Carolina. You know, these guys, left-handed, it's like striking somebody with a whip, from a distance. Because that's how he hit me with a left-hand punch that floored me. That's the first time I've ever been knocked down in sparring. So the truth of the matter, man, he got his hands full. He got his hands full. You know, for the boxing world, to be honest with you. But you know, it's something about being called a champ and chasing that highlight. You know, but I'm not sure. Just the fight he wanna step up to. So if I'm Terrence Crawford, I'm gonna see how this play out. I'm gonna see how it play out. But and on actually, reality, Terrence Crawford should have stepped up to the plate and took on Fundora. He's a switch. He could fight orthodox and he could fight southpaw, conventional and fight southpaw. So we'll see how it plans out. Then if if the truth fights wins the fight, it'll be definitely Terrence Crawford will definitely run to that fight because he's beat ERROL SPENCE one time before, and no matter if he beat him at 47 or 54, at 47, he definitely believes that he could beat him at 54 because it's nothing but a few pounds difference. So I want y'all to stay tuned on and keep your eyes on this fight. And just looking over his track history, fighting the gentle giant Sebastian Fundora. Man, he's been a wrecking ball to the division. Man, he did some hellacious damage to Lubick, and he did the same damage to Tim Tszyu. So guys who usually fight him, they don't turn out, they don't be the same. His fights usually come out by stoppages or knockouts. But there's a missing piece to the puzzle. Brian Mendoza knocked out Sebastian Fundora. So nobody's talking about fighting Brian Mendoza. He would be a kingpin to the division as well. Why didn't the ERROL Spence call out Mendoza to fight him? It would have been an easier fight on his resume. It would have been a whole lot easier fight on his resume. That's the fight I would have chose. It would have been a smarter fight, smarter decision for anybody who's keeping up with boxing. You know, then he can get that experience and add another piece of puzzle to pick off on his legacy so he can move forward. But fighting this guy right here, man, I don't think. Well, it's not what I think. I just gave you a brass boxer's open eye viewpoint on what I think about him stepping in the ring. If he can pull it off, it's still a 50-50 fight. It might be a 60-40 fight. A lot of guys going to take ERROL SPENCE as the win. And I'm sorry, that this is a high risk. This is a high risk opponent. He's dangerous. This guy is dangerous. My name is Don Hall. Like, subscribe, comment, and follow me. Peace and blessings. Worldwide Boxing Views.